Hello, and welcome to our Saturday Q&A with Emmanuel. Thank you to all who are joining across the globe. Folks from all parts of the world are tuning in today. I see Malta, UAE, Netherlands, UK, Canada, Mexico, and all parts of the US, just to name a few places. So nice to see you all. We've got people logged into Facebook, Crowdcast, and YouTube. Welcome. For those who are new, my name is Crystal. I'm with Ascension One Collective, the foundation that supports the work of the channel. And I'm here today to ask all your questions. Last we came together, we explored finding the divine in relationships in an energetic transmission with the Elohim. This week, we will continue to explore this topic with the guide Emmanuel. We will have the opportunity to ask questions of this celestial being. We've created this two-part session to give you time to receive the energetic transmission from the week before, integrate it, and allow for topic-based questions to emerge over the week. So we look forward to answering these questions for you today. If you'd like to ask a question, feel free to type it into the Questions tab on the bottom of the screen in Crowdcast, or into the chat if you're watching on another social media channel. The production team will then choose a few questions to ask the channel from this list. Before you ask the question, though, ask yourself, what's the best way to ask this question that would serve this group? We found that Emmanuel's answers are typically phrased in a way that serves the greater good. So if you're looking for a personal answer, that may not align with your expectation. The energy field pulls us into an interesting collective state. So you may find that if you have a question in mind, you receive the answer in someone else's question or silently inside yourself. For those who are new, I will explain the process that Asil goes through to open the connection that we refer to as the channel. This is a connection to both powerful energy and wisdom that during the sessions he will embody and bring through. The process for Asil to get into trance includes spontaneous movements of his body and hands, sometimes shaking of his body, fast breathing, and as the energy level rises, sometimes his eyes will roll upwards. It may not seem it, but this is all normal. His everyday human consciousness is still available to him while he's channeling, and he can stop the embodiment at any time. Once the energy field is established, Emmanuel will come to deliver a wisdom transmission. Then I will ask your questions. As the session ends, we'll sit together in silence as Asil comes back to this state of awareness. For people who can support the work, it not only supports Asil, but it supports the whole production team. Many of you have generously supported these Saturday transmissions, and all of Ascension One Collective's work throughout the year. It's truly appreciated, and it really helps us keep this work accessible. We have a special link to our annual giving fundraising page in the chat. Any dollar amount contributes. We enjoy the session. I'll see you back here upon your return.
Hello, everyone. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome from all around the world, all around the globe. We are truly a global family. It is always a pleasure to see that many of you joining these transmissions. They are indeed meant to deliver a piece of wisdom, a new perspective, a new energy, and possibly realizations. Now, there is no right or wrong way to receive from this session, from this transmission. And some of you may come to the session from a place of seeking personal answers to what is occurring in your life. Some of you may be coming with general curiosity on relationships, on love, and the perspective of spiritual beings. Some of you may come to just sit in meditation and be in this energetic field that is established by the guides. So, listening to the exact words is not always the way that you may consume this session. Some of you will listen to the energy rather than the words. and vice versa. Last week's transmission was quite a deep exploration into relationships, into the topic of love, into the topic of life and creation itself, and how creation represents love in itself, in its original form. And from this original form of love, we are created into manifestation, into physical form. And we experience in this physical form love in many different shapes and colors. Conditional love, unconditional love, and we seek in our lives many different pathways to experiencing love, experiencing relationships. The guides share with us that there is a place that we as an individual human being can get to, a state of being where we appreciate and receive the love in all of creation, everything that we see, material or immaterial, living, seemingly alive, or inanimate objects. We see the love of creation in everything. We see our connection to what is right before us. Many indigenous cultures had this wisdom already embedded in their lives, in their cosmology. So maybe in some ways the guides are supporting us to remember the things that we had already discovered as humanity. And reminders can be very important as well. So, if some of the wisdom that comes through is not new to you, receive it as well, maybe with a new openness, a new perspective, a fresh perspective. Thank you all for joining. Many blessings to all of you, wherever you are, and I'll see you all very soon. Greetings. My name is Emmanuel. You have ventured and explored the human form from the beginning stages of early adaptation into this identity, of early understanding of the significant relationships of your life, of early understanding of the significance of an individualized experience of the human form, and the potential of relationships to be developed by choice. Some of you witnessed relationships enter your life seemingly by destiny. Some of you witnessed relationships enter your life seemingly by choice. Yet all of these relationships that develop are meant to exist in your life are by choice. The determining factor is your conscious awareness of that choice. Therefore, many aspects of life that you witness as a coincidence, as synchronicity, as faith, as fate, are choices that are made beyond the conscious awareness of your being. Choices that are made on an energetic spiritual level. Choices that are made as a soul on the search for realization, on the search for evolution. And some of these choices require relationships to continue over many lifetimes and return, as the learning and the realization is not complete yet. And every relationship that you witness in life truly carries significant learning, significant importance in your evolutionary process. Your ability to transmute a relationship and all that occurs unfolds within a relationship, aspects that you judge as positive or negative are part of your journey. The ability to witness, the ability to receive, the ability to process, to transmute, and to realize. Integrate a relationship in your life as a significant and important aspect of your growth. All relationships therefore serve a divine purpose. It is merely your ability to see that divine purpose in the relationships over time and with a greater perspective on life. Some relationships will challenge you to your core, will challenge the beliefs that you have formed, will challenge the conditions that you have become accustomed to. Some relationships will challenge the sheer fabric of your reality and of your understanding of reality. These relationships also serve a divine purpose. The integration of the relationship does not require the other to be part of the integration process. Once the relationship has brought to you the impulse of evolution, The evolutionary integration itself can occur without the other individual. The integration and the transmutation of this relationship can occur from within you. In moments like these, you have the opportunity to observe your relationships without the charges, without the emotions, without the mental judgments and attachments that cloud the true nature of the relationship. Emotions are required to be felt. They too serve a divine purpose. Mental operations, judgments are meant to be observed, to be witnessed, and understood, as they also serve a divine purpose. And once the mental and the emotional construct have served their purpose of assisting you and guiding you through life, bringing forth to you the limiting perspectives that you hold, the true and divine purpose of the relationship can now emerge to the forefront. And it will become your journey of transforming all relationships of this lifetime and all incomplete relational experiences of past lifetimes into integrated learnings. Incomplete relationships, incomplete relational dynamics may require time, may require space, and may require dedication on your end to be fully realized, to be fully integrated. Yet you will witness that this integration will bring forth many benefits, will set the stage for future relationships, will set the stage for future learnings, new openings, new chapters will be fueled by the completions that you have undergone with your past relationships. Until the past relationships are fully realized, future relationships will be influenced by the incomplete aspects of the past. And you will wonder and witness the cycles, the reoccurring relational dynamics in your life. And while you may assign these reoccurring aspects of life to outside circumstances, while you may witness yourself as a victim of those circumstances, it is truly you and only you that can change your experience of life, including the relations that enter your life. The journey itself is supported by your innate desire, your innate ability to evolve as a soul in human form. Your journey is supported by those around you equally on a journey of evolution. And you can make that first step no matter the circumstances that you find yourself in. The adjustments that will be provided to you in transmissions like these are meant to support, reach states of consciousness that allow you to witness yourself with greater detachment, with greater calm, with greater perspective and greater awareness. Yet the one that realizes, the one that transmutes, the one that integrates is and will always be you. It is your journey of evolution, after all. Thank you for listening to my words. I will now answer some of your questions.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Dee Dee asks, Dear Emmanuel, what is love from higher realms perspective or your perspective?
A singular word to describe a multifaceted subject, merely doing justice to the complexity of love itself. The ultimate perspective that we hold of love is the original source of the love of creation that provides for this existence, all aspects of this existence, even the ones that you judge. The love of creation is omnipresent, is unconditional, and consistently provides the fabric that this reality is based on. All aspects of your physical, emotional, mental, as well as energetic spiritual being derive from this love of creation. All that you witness derives from this love of creation. The life force that fuels your presence into being derives from the love of creation. Therefore, love is truly all around you and all of you. Beyond this love, in this individualized experience of the human form, you will witness many forms of experiences considering an opening and an expansion of your being. An experience or relationship that truly opens you to a greater perspective, labeled as love as well. Your physical form responds. Your emotional state responds. Your mental state responds to this impulse of love, reminding you of the potential and the possibility that is within you. Therefore, love in this interdimensional interrelational dynamics is truly a significant aspect of inducing love, remembering love, exploring love at its greatest possibility. Discovering love in relationships becomes a significant first step to discovering love within, to discovering love all around. The love of creation is the final stage of having fully embraced love as the source of existence. Until then, all steps in between to discovering love for self and others is intermediary evolutionary processes that support your growth. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Allegra asks, now a single mother of two young boys, I fulfill both roles of father and mother. Is it possible that some of us have a path that is not in relationship with a partner? How do we then learn to love the other and ourselves if we do not have that mirror that our partner can offer us?
The construct of the partnership is a societally established construct based on a biological need to reproduce and to continue to exist in this human form. Both biological as well as societal constructs are important and play a significant role in the exploration of partnership. The greater exploration of partnership is beyond these constructs. It is the exploration of the connection of your heart with the heart of another being. Therefore, mirrors to love and loving relationships exist in all forms, in all shapes, and in all situations. The potential to love, to be loved, is beyond partnership in its defined format. For many, the journey to discover love with another, with self, will require no partner at all, will require no family construct or reproduction at all. It is an expanded perspective of love and love in relationship. In this expanded perspective, the depth of relationship can still deliver similar and same experiences as the closest partnership you can fathom. The time spent with another individual human being is also not the significant indicator for the depth and the power of a connection or relationship. You are expanded with the impulse of love. Can you find this expansion and the impulse of love in many circumstances, in many forms, in many relationships? It is your ability to receive that love and let it impact you to expand your conscious awareness, your conscious existence. You are therefore the one that guides the format of relationship, yet love consistently exists and consistently brings opportunities to be received and to be shared. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Maybelline asks, what would be advice from your perspective on how to have a long, healthy, loving marriage?
The most significant aspect is the impulse of love that is delivered in relationships that provokes a growth process within you. Your resistance to this growth process will bring forth challenges. Therefore, if both partners are willing to evolve together by the impulses of love that they provide for each other, you will find yourself a construct that will last sustainably. Yet, the longevity of a relationship is not the indicator of success. The depth and the important realizations gained in relationship are. Therefore, some relationships will carry a short period of perceived time, yet will bring a significant amount of learning to your life and growth to your existence. Many of you seek stability. Many of you seek comfort. Many of you seek protection. Yet all of these aspects are sought out as you have determined that you cannot provide for yourself. Truly, existence in partnership, existence in community, existence in family will make life potentially significantly easier. Yet it is not a determining factor of success. It is not a determining factor of evolution, of growth, and of realizations. You see, optimizing for longevity in relationship is a perspective that is driven by the desire for comfort, by the desire for stability, by the desire for keeping that which has been established, by keeping the high emotions, the familiarity in place. Yet beyond these desires, there is the soul's desire to evolve, and the soul's desire to evolve will continuously provide circumstances to push this evolution forward and to bring you out of your zone of comfort, out of your zone of desires. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Ayumi asks, today my relationship with my parent is distant, and for how much my heart wants to be there for him, I feel deeply happy for not being in his energetically draining presence. Should I approach him once again and in this way learn to love him unconditionally? Or should I let it go and continue to learn to love myself unconditionally?
The experience of unconditional love is a high aspiration for yourself as well as for another. Start first with compassion. Compassion for yourself, for all that you are, and all that you have been, all the experiences you have had, and potentially all the experiences you will have. Greater levels of compassion will bring forth a greater level of gratitude for life, for your existence, for yourself. These states will induce a sense of love for self. Self love is truly a good foundation to explore love for another. Love naturally evolves through the states that you hold from within: compassion, gratitude, appreciation, alignment, presence. These states will naturally establish an openness from within you and will naturally allow you to see another from that perspective. Love naturally will emerge as a result. It is therefore not a conscious effort to love somebody. It is a natural occurrence that emerges from the state of being that you have established. Can you sustainably stay in these states? If you can, you will notice that no matter the circumstances and the behaviors of another, you will find that love will continue to emerge from within you as you have found your center and your alignment and your presence. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Terry is asking how to detach and witness awareness, yet remain involved in this earth when spirit is so loving and beautiful.
The experience of life is a combined experience of your consciousness exploring all that you are, embracing the human form, and embracing the non material aspects of your being. Therefore, life itself will be fueled by your explorations of love and appreciation for the non material aspects of your being, the non material aspects of this physical reality. It will naturally fuel a a greater level and sense of presence. Life in itself, relationships in themselves will be impacted by the states that you reach, by the love and appreciation you find in spirit. These aspects of life are combined and come together. One cannot replace the other. One cannot completely singularly be focused on, while both aspects of life in its physical and its relational dynamics, as well as the non material aspects of life, can be explored and provide infinite possibilities to exploring love. The physical form will provide specific learnings that will support the non material form. The non material form will provide specific learnings that will support the physical form. As you can see, the experience and perspectives gained from the state of your consciousness are complementary and equally important. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Vinayak asks, it is said that love is the only answer. Is this true? And if it is, what is this love?
As mentioned before, love in itself, a singular word chosen for a complex and multifaceted topic. Exploring love in all its forms and facets truly will bring forth great learnings and realizations. Life circumstances, challenges, the dynamics of interpersonal experiences, the dynamics of personal experiences will require the foundation of understanding how do you open to receive an openness of your mind, an openness of your heart, an openness of your body. This openness is fueled and supported by the love that you provide from within, the love that is emerging from within. This openness is a significant supporter of facing challenges, of facing life, of facing relationships. Therefore, can you find this alignment within sustainably to continuously emerge the sense of love from within? And can this sense of love provide an openness of your being to be supported in no matter what life brings? Therefore, love in itself is a byproduct of your openness, and openness in itself is the result of continued alignment. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Denise asks, is there any advice for relationships in transition, especially when children are involved?
Relationships transition consistently. Learnings emerge from within you. The sooner you can integrate the learnings of the transitioning and changing relationship into your being, the more comfort, the more consistency and support you can provide for those that are impacted by the transitioning relationship. They respond to the instability within your being, the instability of change, the unknown and the uncertain, the fear and the sadness, the anger that is emerging from the transition. And therefore, your ability to transform into a state of alignment through this transition will bring them the level of comfort and trust in you, no matter the relationship's current state, no matter the circumstances that are emerging. As you can see, more than the circumstances, they respond to your state of being. And that is the space for you to focus your attention on. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Joe asks, my daughter passed several months ago. following an unsuccessful heart and liver transplant. We had agreed to communicate following her transition. Can you advise me on how to best facilitate this? And is it correct that we choose our time to transition?
The transition of a loved one is a challenging experience of the human form, possibly the most challenging. Individuals will have chosen their time of departure and transition before they enter this human form. Extraordinary circumstances may allow for a change of this choice. In her case, the choice had been made. The soul that has chosen to learn from this experience had completed its learnings. The relationships will continue to exist beyond this particular identity, beyond this particular form and construct of family and relationship. The relationship is forged into eternity. And in this forged bond, you will continue to connect energetically. You will continue to communicate. Communication with dimensions and with states of being beyond this physical form, beyond this mental understanding and emotional experience, require continued practice on your end to expand your consciousness, to evolve, and to reach heightened states of your consciousness. In these heightened states of consciousness, truly all of humanity is accessible, while in form or in non material existence. All of humanity continues to exist as a consciousness in collective as well as in all its individualized forms ever experienced. Therefore, she will be accessible to you at the time you have prepared yourself to receive, to connect, and to communicate. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Theophilus asks, what is the difference between what you call the love of creation and what some humans call the creator of all that is and is not?
Love of creation in itself carries no consciousness. It is the dissolution of consciousness. Yet the love of creation allows for consciousness to form and make choices, create worlds. By itself, the love of creation does not create, yet requires the impulse of directing intention, which in itself requires consciousness. The perspective of creator in your understanding requires conscious intent. The love of creation in itself carries no such conscious intent. Therefore, there are a significant number of forms that have been created by many forms perceived to be creators. And you have been established as a form to learn and to evolve and to be supported, to become your own creator. Your consciousness seeded by those that have existed before you. Consciousness in the human form, a template that has been refined through many different forms, the space time construct, a template that has been created in many shapes and forms, specifically designed for this experience and for this experiment to witness consciousness to evolve into what you are today and what you will become tomorrow. Therefore, the journey from seed to creator is the journey that you are on, and it is the seed that has been planted by those that have supported the creation of this reality and the creation of this human collective. The love of creation is the fuel that provides for all of existence. It is the fabric, the omnipresent energy, the omnipresent connection that is provided between all realms of existence, all dimensions of existence, all times of existence. The love of creation knows no bounds, knows no limits, and carries no judgment. It is provided for all that exists. Thank you for your question. Thank you for providing your perspectives, your curiosities, and your interests in exploring this topic of relationship, this topic of love. And may these answers continue to fuel your exploration. We will now commence with the adjustments. Thank you for receiving this transmission. Our work is complete. It's a true pleasure to be able to share this work with all of you. And I hope it makes as much or even greater impact in your life as it has in mine. And maybe also a great impact in the love and the relationships of your life. Thank you very much for joining, and blessings to all of you.
All right. Welcome back, everyone. We received some unexpected energetic adjustment gifts from the guides. So take your time to come back into your body. Take any extra time you need in a sitting or lying position, or stay in this state as long as you need to. As we're coming back, I have a few gentle closing remarks. We've created a simple survey to better understand the impact these donation-based Saturday transmissions have on you. Completing the survey is a great way to be of service to the Ascension One community. It helps us better convey the impact of the work to the world. So please click on the link in the survey found in your chats and complete it at some time today. If you'd like to continue this journey with Ascension One, there are many ways to do it. Ascension One's 2022 program promises to be full of richness, depth, and fun. There will be many opportunities to engage in training courses, explore sacred sites virtually or in person, deepen your practice, and integrate the energy and the wisdom of the guides throughout the year. We have a home for all of Ascension One Collective's online community in Mighty Networks. If you've not already joined our online community, you can do so by using the invitation link placed in the chat. This is the place for you to explore and connect with this community and its members. Within Mighty Networks, you can access our upcoming Saturday live stream schedule and our weekly Monday integration calls, where we gather to discuss the transmission and the impact that they have on our daily lives. We send out event and program announcements as they become available through Mighty Networks. So if you want the latest updates, we recommend you joining us in our online community. We are accepting applications for our much-awaited Greece retreat, May 13th to the 20th. For those of you who have applied previously, meaning last year, we know you, and we kindly ask you to reapply, as there have been a few changes to the format. For more details and access to the application, please click on the link below in Crowdcast or the link placed in the chats if you're watching on other social media channels. We will reach out to those who've applied this week with the next steps. This work is possible because of your support. As you would imagine, it takes a village to bring the channel to this space and then beam it out to all of you. If you find this of value, please consider supporting us to keep this work accessible. We have links to your options for giving in the chat. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for contributing your presence and your time and your questions. We feel your love and we're deeply moved. Take it easy after the session. Give space for the energy to continue to work. If you can, keep your mind quiet. If you can't, bring this presence and peace to whatever it is that you need to do. I feel a deep love within each of you, and it fills my heart with joy. Take care.